This is BTV Business Television.
Hello, I'm Taylor Tone.
And I'm Jessica Kachachak. Welcome to BTV Business Television.
This week on BTV, we continue to celebrate the show's 25th anniversary and focus on the resource industry to unearth some exciting investment opportunities,
including a golden one in the highly desirable West Red Lake Gold region.
When you look at the amount of infrastructure and the amount of capital that's been put in there, this is where the value opportunity is.
We zero in on what could be the next high-grade gold producer in the South Pacific.
The thing that I'm excited about, and I've said this a year and a half ago, that we're going to surprise the industry with this mine.
We also get the goods on a sizzling opportunity in the heart of Asia's booming lithium market.
Our management team consists of individuals that have built and sold companies around the world, more specifically or more importantly in Asia as well.
And we explore the potential of the only significant undeveloped copper resource in Eastern North America.
You can't believe in decarbonizing our planet without believing in copper. It's as simple as that.
All this and more ahead on BTV Business Television.
Red Lake in Northern Ontario is one of the most prolific and highly coveted gold mining jurisdictions in Canada. As a home to several majors, it's produced over 30 million ounces of high-grade gold over the course of its history. West Red Lake Gold is looking to join that prestigious group with its recent purchase of the past-producing Madsen mine, plus its accompanying mill, giving the company a second property in the region. This purchase takes West Red Lake Gold a giant step closer to realizing its ambitious goal.
The idea is to create within the Red Lake region a hub and spoke model, whereas we have lots of these small properties or high-grade deposits feeding into the centralized Madsen mill.
The Madsen property offers a number of distinct advantages.
The normal process of a project, as you know, in mining can take a number of years to develop. With the Madsen property, we have an existing mine. It has a brand new mill in place. It has underground development. It has a shaft already there, and it has tailings facilities, water treatment plant, and a permit in place. So when you look at the amount of infrastructure and the amount of capital that's been put in there versus what we actually got the property for, this is where the value opportunity is.
Despite past failures at the property, West Red Lake believes it has the management and technical know-how to ensure a successful result this time around.
The previous operator was really more of a junior side of a company. Their focus was more, I believe, on setting the company up for a sale. And so they took on a lot of debt. There was a lot of challenges. What we've done is a little bit different. We've built a very strong board on our team and a technical team. Tony McCooch is one of our board members. He built the company called Kirkland Lake. We have another board member called Duncan Middlemass, who built the company called Weststone Mining. They've all given a seal of approval really by coming on the board, which speaks well to the quality of the deposit and the opportunity, the deep value opportunity that they see as well. Within the management team, myself and a number of our management team have lots of experience in building and operating mines. And we've also taken the time to go into the deposit, do a lot more drilling and development to define it a lot better.
Given their own capabilities and the success of others in the region, West Red Lake is confident there's a significant opportunity at hand.
Evolution operate a mine quite close by, which is the Red Lake mine, and Goldcorp operated that for a number of years prior. And as they went deeper down into the deposit, some over 20 gram average of gold. So as we get down into the deposit, I do expect us to get very higher grade material, and obviously that adds to the opportunity.
With the potential for significant high-grade discoveries on the horizon, the company is feeling good about its prospects.
Basically, you're in one of the most highest grade gold regions of Canada. You have infrastructure already in place that we bought from a very deep value perspective. We have a management team and a board that is probably the best in the industry for this stage of a company, and it really sets the company up for what I believe will be a growth story and the development of a major mining company.
The company has already started underground drilling at the Madsen mine and hopes to begin production within the next 18 to 24 months.
Coming up on BTV, some intriguing companies to keep your eye on.
This has to be one of the highest grade development projects in the junior mining space on planet Earth right now.
Stay tuned for more hot investment insights right here on BTV.
We'll be right back. You're watching BTV.
Lion One Metals, a Canadian resource company, is on the threshold of becoming the next high-grade gold producer in the South Pacific. With near-surface mining underway, a processing plant and mill recently completed, and the first gold pour around the corner, Lion One is hoping to be the next Fijian success story.
The thing that I'm excited about, and I've said this a year and a half ago, that we're going to surprise the industry with this mine. The original plan was to build the 500 ton per day plant in mid-2025, but we've accelerated that to 2024. The project is moving along so well that there's no reason for the delay. To be where we're at right now, make this first gold pour, it's an acknowledgement that you've defined the ore body, you've built a process that can work, and that you can actually get the gold out of the rock.
It's very exciting to see a brand new mine like this go in. This has to be one of the highest grade development projects in the junior mining space on planet Earth right now.
We are sitting in one of the most prolific areas in the world, on one of the richest discoveries in the world.
Lion One has already begun pilot mining at Tivatu, a narrow vein deposit that's part of the 7-kilometer diameter caldera. The 300 tons per day starter mine is on schedule to be operational by the end of 2023, with true production commencing when the mine is ramped up to 500 tons per day.
So they're basically mining along these veins, which gives them the first real picture of the continuity, but also a clear picture of the grade. And the results are remarkable to date. I'm seeing numbers that are maybe 20-30% higher than was forecast by the initial resource modeling that was done. Small, narrow vein mines are always a challenge, but seeing it deliver like this is very comforting.
With early mining in full swing at Tivatu, Lion One is building a stockpile.
We're pulling gold out of the ground every day now and putting it on the stockpile. We want to expand it and increase the reserve.
Okay, so this is our high-grade stockpile. Here you go. You see gold all the way through.
It's very hard to walk on the project without finding gold. It's just there.
While sitting on a world-class gold deposit is one piece of the puzzle, COO Patrick Hickey is ensuring that every other element of the Lion One's operations, excellent infrastructure, full control of the local supply chain, to the advantageous Fijian climate, is putting the company in a position to succeed.
We started the construction late last year, but at the same time we were doing the foundations, we were investing in all of our infrastructure, all of our buildings, all of our workshops, the communications, the water services, air services, supply chain. So all those things that go around a mine that people tend to put off until the last day, right? Until they start up the mine, then they start thinking about those things. And that's what I think we've done that's different than what even the majors have a problem with this sometimes. They just don't get the infrastructure in place early on. Everybody has an office or a place to work, and everybody can focus on developing the mine.
This concept around how they're approaching this, very, very well thought out. You know, I think over the next year or two, as the data comes in, as the mine kind of proves itself, you'll see Lion One really catch fire.
People didn't think we could pull this off, and we have. And that's really what I'm excited about, is just getting over this hump of getting this first gold pour, and then finding other ore bodies in the caldera and really turning this into another 80-year mine.
I believe we'll be at least in the top 3 or 4 high-grade mines in the world. There's many opportunities out there in the gold market, but none like Lion One.
With Lion One's first major gold pour coming later this year, follow along their progress at liononemetals.com.
Coming up on BTV, some intriguing companies to keep your eye on.
I think Urgak-Naran for me is a very exciting prospect. It's one that's showing volumes that are roughly 5 to 20 times the size of the majority of our peers that are trading at anywhere between 10 to 20 times our market caps.
We'll be right back. You're watching BTV.
Lithium. It's been used in pharmaceutical products, ceramics, and increasingly in batteries that power electric vehicles, creating a big-time demand for this metal. In 2017, Ion Energy's management team looked to address this need by searching for new lithium discoveries in Mongolia. Given the country's underexplored potential and its proximity to China, the world's largest consumer of lithium, Ion quickly recognized it as a perfect fit.
In 2017, I co-founded the company. In 2019, we acquired our first asset, Baba-Yul. And in 2020, during the height of the pandemic, I completed the IPO from my living room as a result of not being able to head into the office.
Now, with two highly prospective properties in hand, totaling 110,000 hectares, Ion is ready to start making its mark in Mongolia.
Baba-Yul is our flagship asset that we went public on in 2020. Our second asset is Urgak-Naran, that is in Dorngolvi province. I think Urgak-Naran for me is a very exciting prospect. It's one that's showing volumes that are roughly 5 to 20 times the size of the majority of our peers that are trading at anywhere between 10 to 20 times our market cap. When we look at the host rock of our Urgak-Naran mine, we found grades of up to 320 ppm across 100-meter intercepts. Albemarle Silver Peak in Nevada had an average grade of 121 ppm in the host rock. It is the only operating mine in North America today. So our grades being almost 3 times higher than Albemarle Silver Peak, of course, are a very exciting prospect for us.
While Mongolia is just starting to open up to mining opportunities, the Ion management team already has a well-established track record in the region.
Our management team consists of individuals that have built and sold companies around the world, more specifically or more importantly in Asia as well. In terms of our technical team, we have a team that's made up of individuals that have helped build lithium companies to the billion-dollar behemoths that they are today.
Ion's technical team also includes a number of highly skilled Mongolians who bring valuable local expertise to the table.
The technical team is also a real pleasure to work with because they're primarily Mongolian hydrogeologists and geologists, so it's been a real treat to work with these people that are specialists in this area and to learn from them.
While Ion has been among the first to recognize the value of Mongolia as a mining jurisdiction, others are quickly becoming aware of its vast potential.
Mongolia is a relatively new jurisdiction as far as mining is concerned, yet it is very resource rich. The likes of Oyu Tolgoi, which is a Rio Tinto mine, the third largest copper gold deposit in the world, is located in Mongolia. It's very much perhaps where Africa would have been 30 years ago. So it is underexplored. There's a lot of potential there. Majors are paying attention. And of course now with the discoveries that we've made, we're seeing more and more entrants in the lithium space in Mongolia as well.
Now that Ion has planted its flag in Mongolia, the company is ready to start executing its short and longer-term strategies.
With Baba-Yul, we'll start to spend a bit more time on that asset next year, perform some geophysical surveys to get a better sense of what's at depth. With Urgak-Naran, we've completed 109 kilometers of geophysics, 3 diamond core holes, 3 water wells. We've collected brine samples, we're measuring flow rates, and we're looking to get to an inferred resource. The goal thereafter, of course, would be to bring in a strategic investor with a significant amount of expertise with bringing lithium mines to production, with the ultimate goal, of course, to have them come in for a majority stake whereby we would continue to have a free carry on the assets.
Ion recently acquired 2 promising lithium assets in the highly desirable Northwest Territories Lithium District that will help enhance the company's profile as a global supplier.
Looking to supplement your income with an investment that provides a sustained monthly cash flow and potential growth? Look no further than the TD Active Global Enhanced Dividend ETF.
The TD Active Global Enhanced Dividend ETF was launched in 2019. It was designed to be a core and active global solution for advisors and investors. In particular, what we had noticed in the market was that there was an interest for income, but many of the products that focus on delivering income for unit holders don't really focus on growth. And most people, as they build assets for retirement, as they get close to retirement, are still short assets to sustain themselves through retirement. And so we saw a unique opportunity to deliver a solution that provided both income and an opportunity for capital appreciation.
Next up on BTV, more companies for your investment consideration.
You can't believe in decarbonizing our planet without believing in copper. It's as simple as that.
We'll be right back. You're watching BTV.
Some of the best investment opportunities are when there's a supply or demand issue. This analyst tells us why copper is both.
Copper as a commodity has really captured the market's attention, especially from a medium to longer term vantage point. I think everyone would appreciate or can relate to the fact that maybe not their next car, but definitely the car after that will likely be an electric vehicle. Obviously, one of the key metals going into that equation is copper. Not necessarily the batteries themselves, but the power infrastructure that you're going to need to charge those batteries and those cars. Beyond that, there's just the whole green energy revolution, which again, whether it's wind or solar, you need to get that power around. And there's a lot of copper that goes into that equation as well. So, copper's always been an increasing demand commodity in the world. And now we have this new layer of incremental demand coming into the equation over the next 5 to 10 years, which really stands to boost global demand. And when you look at the supply side of the equation, you also recognize there's arguably not enough mines to meet that new demand. And so there's going to be a supply deficit emerging here. Bad for copper as a metal, but very good for the copper price.
With a worldwide copper production deficit predicted for as early as 2025, smart money is starting to pour into copper development projects located in great jurisdictions. This significant shift is helping to push Osisko Metals into the limelight as it looks to resurrect the Gaspé Copper Project located in the mining-friendly province of Quebec.
If we hope to meet copper demand to meet 2050 decarbonation objectives, such as those included in the Paris Accord, we essentially have to double copper production between now and then. Right now, we're nowhere near being able to do that. And you can't believe in decarbonizing our planet without believing in copper. It's as simple as that.
Osisko Metals believes in the relevance of copper and feels it's in a great position to help satisfy a growing need for this resource.
Gaspé Copper is the only significant undeveloped copper resource in eastern Canada and eastern North America. The mine was in production from 1955 till 1999. Back then, copper was less than $1 a pound, and the operations became uneconomic. Today, we're shooting for $4 copper. We were there last year. Longer term, we're extremely bullish on copper, and we believe within the next year or so, copper should go back to $4 a pound US or better. We could easily see $5 copper going forward, so that's going to be a tremendous boost to this project and other copper projects being developed in North America.
A continued rise in the price of copper should help ensure the economic feasibility of the project, as well as its status as a past-producing mine.
Infrastructure is in place, including road, access to rail and deep water port an hour away from the town, from the mine site and the adjacent town of Murdochville. And right now we have a preliminary resource estimate of about 455 million tons, about 0.3% copper with moly and silver credits. And we believe that this can be turned into a profitable and economic operation. Next year in 2024, we're actually going to go back and do some exploration drilling on the property. We believe there's still potential for high-grade copper zones underground.
Given its growing to-do list, Osisko anticipates a busy year ahead.
We're still defining the resource to upgrade it to measured and indicated. We're drilling as we speak. That should be done by next spring, and this fall we're launching a PEA. And based on a positive PEA, we'll be launching a feasibility study probably by Q2 next year.
For all those who aren't already on the copper bandwagon, Bob Wares has this sage advice.
Invest in copper, it's the future.
One person who believes in copper and the CEO's leadership abilities is this senior mining analyst.
Bob Wares, as the CEO, is well recognized in the industry and has had a lot of success. And so I think you need to put your faith in Bob's abilities to deliver. It's a long process, but I think he understands that. He's patient and has made some good progress.
The Quebec government has shown strong support for the Gaspé Copper Project, which it hopes will rejuvenate economic prospects in the region through the creation of 700 to 800 jobs.
How many clients are too many for a wealth advisor to have? It's a question that all high net worth investors should be asking. Thane Stenner, Senior Portfolio Manager and Wealth Advisor at Stenner Wealth Partners, has some answers.
How many is too many? I think it kind of comes back to what are your service expectations as a client, first and foremost. When it comes to the ultra high net worth investors, so we're talking folks with 25 million plus in net worth, they expect a lot more attention, a lot more proactivity. So we're talking about degrees of attention and service here. In our practice, because of our niche, the ultra wealthy, and because of that, we purposefully only take on 8 new clients a year. They expect a lot more attention. If an advisor has 1,000 clients and you're a new client to them, you can pretty much figure out that you're not going to get a lot of time and attention.
Whether it's gold, lithium, or copper, the resource industry has a number of excellent investment opportunities.
Opportunities that will continue to follow as they develop.
Thanks for joining us today. For BTV, I'm Jessica Kachachak.
And I'm Taylor Tone. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Business Television for the latest interviews on companies in the markets. And until next time, may your portfolio prosper.
The preceding was a paid advertisement brought to you by BTV Business Television.